every week. Somewhere in this country, a business owner sells their company for millions of dollars. And most people watching that headline have no idea how it actually happened. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on mergers and acquisitions, what it actually is, and how it works, and why it might matter more than you think. Welcome to the You Can Too podcast. I'm Eric Cantu. M&A stands for mergers and acquisitions, but strip away the jargon, and it's really just this: businesses buying, selling, or combining with other businesses. A merger is two companies joining as one. An acquisition is one company buying another outright. That's it. At the highest level, it happens everywhere, from the corner auto shop changing hands to massive Wall Street deals you read about in the news. The scale is different, but the core idea is the same. Ownership of a business is transferring from one party to another. How it actually works. So why does this actually happen on the seller side? It usually comes down to one of a few things. The owner is ready to retire, and there's no one in the family to hand it to. They're burned out after years of being the one who has to show up every single day for the business to function. Or they've built something valuable, and they want to cash out that value instead of leaving it locked up into the company. Well, on the buyer side, the logic is just as simple. Buying a business that already works is almost always faster than starting one from scratch. When you acquire a company, you're not just buying a name, you're buying customers, its team, its systems, its reputation, and all of the stuff that took years to build. Now, here's the part most people don't know. Buyers aren't usually looking for a great idea. They're looking for proof. That proof comes down to one number more than any other: EBITDA. That stands for earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. But really, it just means how much real profit does this business generate. If a business is making solid, consistent profit without the owner personally holding it together through sheer willpower, that's what makes it what we call acquirable, meaning a serious buyer would actually want it. There's also a term you're going to hear a lot from me: platform company. A platform company is the first business a buyer or a group of investors acquires in a space, and then they build around it. They add on smaller companies later. They call those bolt-ons. And the platform becomes the foundation of something much bigger. That's actually the motto I use. We'll dig into that deeper in the next episode. Once a buyer finds a business they like, the deal itself moves through very basic stages. First, valuation, figuring out what the business is actually worth. Then due diligence, where the buyer verifies everything that the seller has claimed: the financials, the contracts, the legal standing. Then financing, lining up the money, whether that's cash, a loan, seller financing, or some combination. And finally, closing, where ownership legally changes hands and the seller gets paid. So let me walk you through a real example. Picture a home service company, say an HVAC business here in Texas. The owner started it 15 years ago. Today, it's doing a little over $1 million a year in EBITDA, meaning it throws off over $1 million in real profit every year. But the owner is exhausted. He's the one who has to approve every hire, chase down every vendor, and jump on calls when a technician has a problem in the field. He hasn't taken a real vacation in years. The business is exactly the kind of platform company a buyer is looking for. It has a track record. It has real profit, not just revenue. It has a team already in place. A buyer comes in, does their due diligence, confirms the numbers, lines up financing, and closes the deal. Here's the before and after. Before, the owner is working 60-hour weeks, wearing every hat, and the business's value is trapped. It only exists on paper until he does something with it. After, he gets paid a life-changing amount for the company he built. He steps back from the day-to-day, and the business keeps running, often with better systems and more resources than he had access to on his own. That transformation from owner-trapped to owner-free, and from unrealized value to real cash in hand. That's the entire promise of M&A in one story. So that's M&A in plain English. Business is changing hands, and it's happening more than you think, in every industry, at every size. Next episode, I'm going to break down exactly how I evaluate these deals, what I call the M7A model. If you're a business owner, wondering whether your company could be attractive to a buyer someday, or you're just curious how this would work, hit follow so you don't miss it. And if this episode gave you one useful idea, send it to one person who needs to hear it. I'm Eric Cantu, and this has been the You Can Too podcast.